Yo, what's going on, my gamers out there? Got 93 here, and welcome back to reacting to Joaquin's Affection AU. We are on part 2 today. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do parts 2, 3, and 4 back to back today. Because I just want to make sure that I can get these done, though, in a timely manner. Because I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going to be able to record tomorrow. And Friday, I'm working from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pennsylvania time. So, yeah. I don't know what time I'm going to be home Friday, so it all depends. But yeah, let's get straight into the reaction. Of Joaquin's Infection AU.
Why is
You
the
may be
audio
wondering why
delayed,
we're
though,
back
a
on this
little bit?
page. Well, there's a good reason behind that. You may notice this black hat down here that I mentioned in part 1. I did mention that in part 1. Let's turn over to this.
He knows the truth.
Who's the truth? Who knows the truth then? Oh, God. Holy. What the heck happened to all of this? Why is there some that look like they're glitched?
Why does this look all glitched?
Yeah, it does actually look glitched to me.
Like, look at all this. Like, look at all down here. It's like all glitched or something.
That is true. That's actually what it looked like to me, though. Ugh. Ugh. And I also. Oh, look at the pupil. Ugh.
Oh god, no.
That pupil.
I don't know
Ugh.
if you saw that eye, this like going in and out with that pupil there.
Oh yeah, I did
That's
notice that.
disturbing.
I guess I should have felt that with a great disturbance of the Force, but I didn't feel any disturbances at all. Star Wars reference
Yes,
there?
I use a Star Wars reference there. I'm a Star Wars fan. What do you expect?
I am here to use Star Wars fan. Oh god. Look at that eye, though.
Now that just looks like an animatronic jaw. See how it just like.
Now, I'm actually not wrong, though, at the time, though. Think. Okay, so the reason why I said that Judah actually was doing the was actually like an animatronic though, is because of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 minigame before you get into Night 5, where it says no wait, actually when you beat Night 5 when it says 0 days until the party. And Fredbear's jaw goes like this in the minigame. And that's what it must have made me reference of though, or something. Like that.
It's like does like this. How did they just do the same thing in this video?
Kind of reminds me of Fredbear from FNAF 4 when you when you beat Night 5. Reminds me of that. Wow. The fact that I literally said that just like a few seconds.
Oh god.
Holy eyes. Oh.
To be honest,
think
though,
I
like when I
could
had to
eat
do
you
that,
before
I had
this, to be
to
honest.
reload the page in order to get this recording working.
Now, obviously, even though it's like cut off though, the ones down below are melodies and voices. Like you probably heard though from part 1 though, some melodies and some voices. That's like the bottom row. Yeah, it's starting to creep me out a little bit. There we have. Huh? That's you so. But it's just making this. That's new. The one thing I just realized though is, oh, I see what he means by realistic faces. Realistic eyes in the clouds. That's what he means by realistic faces. Now I get it. Oh wait, I see it now. I see what he means by realistic faces. You gotta be kidding me. Why am I saying things I say that I thought I didn't say, but I actually said? Bruh. Realistic eyes. How did I just make that connection now? Probably because I didn't see that
Back
in
from
part
part
one.
one, where it mentioned about like the gore and whatnot, stuff like that. When I mentioned about that and realistic faces, I didn't know what he was talking about by realistic faces. I thought it'd be like an actual face.
Now, one thing though that I gotta make sure though, so we have so that's Boom, and we have Celeste, Jacqueline, Ayesha, Blossom, Vix, Coil, Button, Daisy, and me. That's what I'm thinking of though, but I'm not 100% sure. And then this would be like the hat though over here that brought us to part two.
Nope, it's the eyes in the clouds.
So I just did that one. Time to do this one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, 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 no. I
Yeah.
literally had something to eat a few seconds ago.
Yeah. Actually though,
So right now my stomach is starting to turn.
actually, that's the truth about this episode too. I don't know why though, but I was like severely hungry though, like severely hungry. So I literally got done eating though, like a few minutes ago, and my stomach is starting to turn. I think what I should do though is before I react to this stuff, to this type of stuff though, I should probably not eat until after. Well, depending on the time of day though as well though.
Turn a little bit because of this. Now I kind of regret eating before this.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. Wait, I just did that one.
Oh, she's terrified.
Oh, she's definitely terrified.
Oh yeah, Yikes is terrified. Oh, and the way
Now, for when I have seen in cartoon shows though, I'm not gonna make a specific cartoon reference though. I'm just talking in general though. When it comes to cartoon shows though, when someone gets like worried or like in a panic though, their pupils shrink to tiny dots just like these.
and the way her eyes went back and forth like that pretty quickly. That's definitely something
Well,
that I've
I just
actually
saw
done
the
before,
mouth
though,
just
IRL.
move.
I really get into
I
that
just noticed the
tomorrow.
mouth just moved.
But yeah, I know that feeling.
What the heck is wrong with that?
Why does that look like oil?
It's actually not oil.
You know, like from a car, like car oil? Why does it look like that to me?
It's actually blood.
I guess that might be causing the red eyes a little bit, though, because it probably stains so badly that the eyes are turning red.
Holy. Oh, one of the eyes is moving. No, it's not the other one though.
And I think it's because God.
Yeah, God indeed.
I thought this was going to be a slightly better, like, slightly, like, that's, like, I know I was expecting to record that, but I wasn't expecting it to be worse than Godman's Realm. God damn.
I mean, I'm not wrong though. Oh. But when it came to use this avatar, though, I think the reason why one of the eyes wasn't moving. Hold on. So I think. Oh god. So what I'm thinking though is the reason why Yusuf's avatar though only had one eye moving was because I think one of the eyes might have been loose out of its socket or something. That's what I'm thinking though. I can't confirm nor deny anything about that though. But that's just what I saw though. Just now though.
Ugh.
Metal pipes through Boom.
At least this one's not as bad. But it looks like spring lock though a little bit though.
That's not even spring locks. Those are
Like,
metal pipes.
If you know, if you probably have seen some like spring lock videos though, all over YouTube based on the spring lock basically around finding surprise and William after getting spring locked in the spring bodysuit. It's basically kind of like that though, a little bit. If you kind of think of, if you just kind of like picture it though a little bit though, because of Springtrap though, he's got like metal rods, like small thin metal rods in his.
That's because of the spring lock suit. Which, to be honest, though, like when it came to Godman's Realm, though, like now Boom actually looks more like a bunny or a rabbit, depending on how you see it, though. More than a like depending on how people see it, Boom looks more like a bunny than a dog, in my opinion. Given the reason why Boom was the death of Springlock in Godman's Realm, because it was like making a reference to Spring Bonnie. So I guess that makes sense a little bit. Well, that's what I think, though. At least, though, I'll have to confirm with Joaquin about that, though. I'll just confirm with them about that, though, to see like why Boom is like exactly like because now here's the thing, though. At some point, though, I do want to create my own AUs. At some point, I just don't have the proper skills, though, to do that, unfortunately. So so I know, and I was going to talk to Jacqueline though about him possibly teaching me some skills, so I can create my own AUs. Now, one of the AUs though that I plan on doing though is a little bit different though. Is actually going to be completely different from his AUs, though completely different. It's going to have my own custom characters and different names. That's what I plan on doing though. I just haven't decided when I'm going to do it though because I lack the skills though. So now one of the ones that I want to do though is definitely something to do with with obviously me in it though. Kind of like this AU for example. Jacquin's Affection AU. The creator of Jacquin's Affection AU is Jacquin. I'm not the creator of Godman's Realm. I'm the creator of Godman.exe, who is mainly used in Godman's Realm. But the creator of Godman's Realm is actually Jacquin, who is the same creator behind Jacquin's Affection AU. But at some point, though, I do want to create my own AUs, though. I just need to come up with some ideas, though, for it. And possibly include some of my other friends, though, who are part of other AUs, but it's up to them if they want to be part of it or not.
In his mouth, though, for Springtrap, due to some of the red screens you can see. Oh!
That's literally
looks like an Illuminati and Sundrop. This literally looks like it. Wait, that one reminds me of the Illuminati. Like if the Illuminati and Sundrop from Finesse Security Breach combined, like mutated into one, that's what it would look like.
I mean, that's what it looked like to me, though, so... Oh!
What the heck?
Okay, so apparently I'm not fully right, though. Because if you notice by Jacquin right here, though, you see how he has, like, those teeny tiny pupils there? Though, and then that giant smirk? The only possible thing I can think of, though, like that, though, is slowly starting to turn into the massacre, though. I mean, there's blood right there, though, and he kind of already started, though, because of the previous characters, though. Oh, God, that's creepy. The way his eyes just go black like that, that is creepy. Like, very creepy.
Why does it look like my camera's going a little staticky? It looks like my camera's going a little staticky right now, though, and I'm not sure why. But there's no way for me to turn it off, unfortunately, without having to cut the recording. But when I just looked at that, though, it literally made my camera.
Actually, I actually figured out why it does that. It's the lighting in my room that does that. I just realized that now. It's the lighting in my room during these reactions that caused that to happen.
Camera like, turned staticky a little bit. Well, to me at least, though. And
yesha.
The eyes look soulless.
I mean, I'm not wrong that they do look soulless.
I mean, maybe like there's no eyes at all, though. I don't know. I don't know. know if there's ice there or not, though. They just look empty, like
Yeah, they do.
Golden Freddy from FNAF 1.
I mean, I'm not wrong though. Oh God.
I can't tell if like Blossom.
Wait.
It's like
Hold on.
like we have a red eye here. Hold on, that one's got a red eye, but where's the other one with a red eye? No, I don't think it was. I think it was this one. Yeah, red eyes. What does that mean?
I have a theory though from when I said this though. I didn't have a theory at the time though, but now I have a theory. Now theories are not confirmed nor denied about anything though. It's just like it's to be honest though, I don't even know the actual definition of a theory actually. I need to look up that up at some point, but I'm not gonna do it right now. But so one thing though that I noticed though about this though is like so with Blossom having a red eye, but Baggy also having red eyes, that confused me. So my theory though is this. Baggy is getting injured while Blossom is infected. That's my theory though. I don't know if it's true or not. No, but that's just my theory.
What do the red eyes mean? What does that mean?
I literally just said the theory, dude. Oh wait, I'm talking to myself, bruh. Mamma mia. Ooh,
Oh,
that is not expected. Why would Vix hang herself, though? But also, how would Vix hang herself, though, without hands? Because I know Coil has hands, but Vix doesn't.
dang. That's pretty bad right there. No, did I skip over one? No, I did not. Okay, good.
I did double check to see if I skipped. Oh,
Oh!
God. He's got a broken screen. That sound distorted a little bit. Well, I mean, it makes sense because the screen's cracked.
Oh god, that sounds.
That actually, I was going to say that sounded very creepy and distorted, but I was obviously cut
Hold
off,
on a
though, because
minute.
I was texting someone. Which, luckily for me, though, I learned a way to fix that. To put my phone on Do Not Disturb to make sure I don't get distracted from it during reaction times. Because I got heavily distracted, though, during these
Okay, so.
recordings. I mean, heavily distracted.
But holy cow, that like just by the words there, though, it kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Biden didn't really change much from part 1 into part 2. I just realized that. Now, here's what he also told me, though. Instead of having the volume down, though, on my computer, though, here's what I could do. You see, okay, so you see these two right here, though? This pauses the music, though, and the animations of the characters, while this one corresponds to muting the others except for one. And then the X, though, is obviously, it just discards the character, though. So, for future AU reactions, though, that I plan on doing. Now, in order for me to do a reacting videos, it needs to be complete. Like the AUs, though. Like, for example, Godman's Realm and Jaguar's Affection AU. Those two are the only two ones completed so far. Jaguar's Affection AU Shifted and Jaguar's Affection AU Pyramixed are still, Jaguar's Affection AU Shifted is still in the works, though, I think. Well, part 10 still hasn't been released yet, though, but it's no big deal. I think he's taking a break from it anyway, though, so. Because I actually gave him the suggestion to actually take, because there was one time, though, he was like upset about something, though. I'm not going to go into detail about it, though, because it's not my right of place to say exactly what caused him to be upset. All I'm going to say is that there was one time he was upset, though, and I suggested him to take a break from making the EUs to not overwhelm himself. because he did tell me that him making a use though makes him overworked. And with him being upset, I didn't want him to be under any more pressure. So I suggested him to take a break from working on part 10 of Jacqueline's Affection that You Shifted. And also, that reminds me, I need to also, like, if I do make like fan art though, as well though, for more of a Jacqueline's Affection that You Shifted between Diamond.exe and Demon Ayesha, I need to make sure that they don't look cursed. But I suck at drawing though, so it's going to be very complex for me to do that though. But because I do suck at drawing. The last thing I drew was back in high school, but I lost the picture of it though, unfortunately, and it's not even on my phone either. But yeah, that was the last time I drew something though, except for like two different things of fan art though. But the problem though is this: what I need to do though is I need to make sure they don't look as cursed though. And I need to ask them specifically what makes them cursed. Is it the color or something like that? Because if it's the color, I can just fix the color though. But if it's not the color though, then it's the design, then I have to fix the design. But I don't know what's exactly making it look cursed. The design or the color. I don't know for certain. I'm leaning more towards the design though than the color, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll need to clarify with him about that though at some point though, so yeah. No, wait. Didn't Daisy look like
Ugh.
yeah, you could see my reaction now to back then when I first reacted to this. But I just realized though, her pupils, she has two different types of pupils right here. I just realized that. Well, ugh. And the fact when they move like one at a time though, ugh. Even when that was a, and also though, if you see me looking down, this is because my phone's on my lap. But you want to know this reaction right here though? This reaction right here though, because even though in the AUs though, I'm the well so far though. So far out of the I think four though, which is Garmin's Roan, Jacqueline's Affection to You, Jacqueline's Affection to You Shifted, and Jacqueline's Affection to You Pyramixed. Those are the only four AUs that I know of though that he created. But there could be others that he created though, and I just don't know about it though, because I haven't really asked exactly how many he's created though. At some point I will ask him about that. But one of the things though is this. This is me when I hear bad news. This is the type of reaction though when I hear like bad news about like a traumatic event. This is my type of reaction. That's my reaction. I go completely silent. I cover my mouth with my hand though in a way that looks like this, with a wide-eyed expression though, because that's me hearing bad news. Wait. Imagine this. Imagine if this gets turned into a meme. Imagine this. POV when you hear bad news about a traumatic event. Even though that wouldn't be really a meme though, but that would be a depressing meme more like. I trim this actually a little bit. Was I about to cry there? That's not good. Is this me or yes? Oh, what the? I swear, it looks like I'm wearing like a dark hoodie or something. I'm not wearing a hoodie, dude. It's a shadow effect. It's a freaking shadow effect. It's not a hoodie. You could tell if I'm. Oh wait. Yeah, you'll be able to tell if I was wearing a hoodie though, because it would be like overlapping the shirt though, like my gray shirt though, with this one though. That's what it looks like to me, but it's actually not hoodie though. I was able to pinpoint that out because of the design concept. concept design.
Yeah, but that's really it for part 2, though. Besides a lot of glitches.
Yeah, there is a lot of glitches here. But one of the things, though, that I just realized, though, why does this up here look like a Nintendo Switch? Or a Steam Deck? Or a PlayStation Portable? This right here looks like one of those three. A Nintendo Switch 1 or 2, Steam Deck, or PlayStation Portable. To me. Yeah, I did get distracted, though, in this one, though, but yeah, I did get distracted. Hopefully, though, it doesn't happen, like, as often, though, as it's supposed to, though. But that does remind me, though, like, so one of the things, though, that I need to make sure, though, about, though,
And
is
yeah,
this.
this is the end of part 2. So yeah, you guys want to do the same thing as the end of part 1? Smack that like button if you do plan on subscribing. Definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another Comedy 3 reaction episode of reactions, gaming live streams, and yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.
So, when it comes to, like, these reactions, though, I was getting distracted because I was counting in a lot of text messages. And to be honest, though, that was even starting to annoy me, though, because it kept interrupting my reaction. And I do not like it when I get interrupted while reacting. I do not like it. I really don't. It makes me annoyed. Like, really, really annoyed. When people interrupt me while I'm trying to react to a video. Give me one moment. Exhibit A. My mom just told me to do my chores, though, which I plan on doing right after this recording. That's an example of being interrupted during a reaction. But yeah, make sure you smack that like button. If you do plan on subscribing, definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another episode of reacting to your reactions, live streams of gaming, of course, featuring either Gamer.exe or Freddy. Mainly Freddy, though, for live streams, not really Gamer.exe. Also, stay tuned for a live stream later today, though, because I will be doing a live stream later today, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.